see you, hater. My motivator. Y'all make me greater. Yeah.
Well, I was about to start fiberglass in the dash today. I pulled it out, but it started raining on me. So I pulled it back in because I don't have no top on it. But if you can recall, I had did the inner fender wheels. Put a bed line on the inner fender wheels on my last video. And my task for today was going to be fiberglass in this dash. But it looks like I'm going to have to wait. But I still can take it out and have it out. So when it do start raining, I can pull it back out and start doing the dash. Let me show you the material, the color we're going with. Chris here brought this is what color the interior gonna be. I'm gonna do the dash this color here. I don't know if you're seeing it like I'm seeing it, but it's gonna be this color. I gotta look online to find me some SEM paint, somewhat this color. Then I fiberglass it, put my coating on it, and I'm gonna do the bottom part also. I probably paint this part candy and do something with over there. Let me go over here. I'll probably paint this candy also, and he want this area here covered up, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. But we'll get started. Once it start raining, we'll get back started. Remove the dash of the car. I'm gonna remove this here. It just pop out. I can't do it with one hand, but this will pop out, and I'm gonna paint this candy blue around there. I'll probably just paint this white because the dash going white. The interior gonna be white and blue. But it's not bad. As far as the condition, ain't too bad. It's cracked here. These spots along here. You're not going with a speaker, so I'll cover this up. And I got my fleece here. It's called anti-peel fleece. 3 yards. It's not gonna take 3 yards, but I had went on and got the whole piece with a hole, whatever you want to call it. Then I also got some Loctite. It's not gonna take both cans, but I already had some in this can, but it's not gonna be enough to finish, so went on and bought another one. First, I'm just gonna get me a soap and water and just clean it up because it's dusty, so my Loctite will stick. I remove this, then I start putting the fleece on. Okay, I got the fleece cut, positioned halfway where the crease at. I'm gonna do one side at a time. I'm gonna throw this half back, then I'm gonna spray my Loctite, I'm gonna spray it on this section here because you could see it don't reach all the way to the end, so I'm gonna have to stretch it on each end. I'm just taking some scissors and trimming all the edges around the overlap. Then I go back and overlap the edges like I did right here. Just got this section here. Then I gotta overlap the vents. Then I'll be done with wrapping. This is what it looked like after the wrap. I'm gonna go back and staple this area here. Also along there. I'm gonna put some staples here also because I'm gonna go back and cut this out once I fiberglass it, because the 8 pillars sit on top of this and I don't want to build that up no more than what it is. I'll be putting some staples here too, because when you start putting that resin on there, if you don't staple that, it'll lift up. Also up in here, I'll put some staples here. And around this area here, because I'm gonna cut this out, that's where this piece here go. Let me show you the staples I use, because I be getting a lot of questions in the comments asking me what size staples I use. These are the 1/4 inch. This is the staple gun I use. Alright, let me hook it up, and then we'll start stapling these areas what I was talking about. See, I stapled along here, also here. I pulled these staples out because they weren't going in, they weren't holding. I ain't had nothing to shoot it into, so I just overlapped this area so it won't lift up. And some that's sticking out, I'm just going to put my resin on, and once it dry, I'll pull them out. That's the next step. It's putting the resin on. I'm just going to mix up some in this old paint cup. I'll probably take it outside and brush it on so I won't be dripping this resin everywhere. I'll be brushing it on with just a chip brush. Got it from Harbor Freight. A box of 36. It'll last me a long time. When I'm brushing it on, I'm going to try to stay away from going around this edge here, because if I get it on this, it's still going to lift up. So I'm just going to go up to it until it dry. Then I can do the edge. I should have got a bigger brush. But these will be alright for now. Same way with this back side here. I'm just going to stay away from it for right now until this front side here harden up. Then I do the back side. Got it fully coated with resin. We're gonna let this dry. Then we'll move to the next step after this drying up. The resin done dried. Now it's time to start applying the fiberglass. I got my fiberglass mat here. I'm just gonna cut it to size. Got a little piece here. I don't think this is gonna do much. But I'm gonna put it on here and cut everything to size. So I got this piece here cut. I have it coming down like that. Put a splice right here. Nah, it should level out. It should lay flat, so I shouldn't have to put no cut right there. I brought all my stuff back on the inside because it's somewhat getting dark and the mosquitoes start eating me up. But I just put some plastic on the floor in case some resin do drip. It won't harden up on the floor. But I got my fiberglass cut. Just about got it all and everywhere I need to get it. I still got to do it around here. I'm going to do that once I finish this top area. Cut some splits so I could fold it down there in the vents. And we just going to mix up some resin, same way we did when we put some on the fleece. Then I probably just do this half and just work on my other side once I get finished with this side. We're going to take our resin. We're going to soak the fleece. And once we soak it all over, we're going to lay the fiberglass on top of it. Fiberglass mat laid on top of the soaked fleece. Now I get some more resin and just start dabbing the fiberglass mat. Get all the air pockets out, the air bubbles. You just want to keep doing that until it starts looking like that there. If you had a fiberglass roller, it'd be a lot easier, but 9 times out of 10, if you just not start fiberglass, you ain't gonna have it now. So this is the way I started, and I've been doing it ever since like this. I got the entire top covered with fiberglass mat. I just gotta do up in here along that bottom edge. This the following day. Everything good and dry. Now I can flip it over and do this underside. I just got this area here to do. But before I do that, I'm gonna check my DA sander with some 80 grit, and I'm gonna knock these jagged edges down. That's so when I overlap this fiberglass into this fiberglass, it'll overlap with ease. I'm ready to fiberglass this part here. Got my pieces cut out. Same process as I did the top side. Pretty simple. Fiberglass matte dry. Now we're gonna take this 80 grit, knock everything down, knock all my high areas down, get it smooth for body filler. Well, somewhat smooth. After I had knocked it down with the DA, with the 80 grit, I went back and took the blow hose and blew everything off, because you don't want to have sand and dust in the hose, then put some filler on top of it. You want to make sure you blow it off. Now I'll be using this Bondo body filler, $17.99 at Walmart. There's a little bit more at Lowe's and Home Depot. Just gonna mix some up, and I think I'm just gonna cover up the whole entire dash pad. Put a light skim coat on top of everything. I probably do one section at a time. Do this top portion, then I work my way on down to the sides. I just hope we don't end hot day, do crash and burn on the shade room. Gotta stop running. Higher and higher and higher. Yeah. Every time I start to close the door, you completely covered with the body filler. I know it look kind of rough right now, but I'm finna knock it down and get it smooth. Before I start blocking it by hand, I'm gonna use the machines. I'm gonna be using my DA and my Hutchinson straight line sander. I think I got some 40 grit on it, but I'm gonna take it outside and do it so I won't get all that dust in here. But we're finna get started on that. I just about got it shaped up like I want it. I still gotta go back and trim this out. I'm just gonna use my box cutter. Then I'm gonna go back with my die grinder with a sanding wheel on it. Just shape it up on the inside like that. I gotta go back and fill some of these areas here, like right here, and shape it up by hand. Right here, got an air bubble. I'm just gonna dig it out with the box cutter and put some more filler in it. Also right here. This is what it's looking like after I trimmed it out. Also dug the air pockets out. Now I'm gonna mix up some fiberglass filler, some bundle glass. I'm just gonna feather edge all this here so that I have a smooth transition. I'm gonna put some here, here, and fill up all the air pockets. While I was letting this fiberglass filler dry, I just went on and filled some more low areas. We're gonna let it dry, then we're gonna block this. Now we're gonna hit it with the DA, knock it down smooth. Then we'll start hand blocking everything. Sand it down. Now I'll blow it back off. Before we start blocking it by hand, we're gonna put some guide coat on it, and I'm just gonna use some flat black spray paint. It's gonna show us all our low areas when we start hitting it with the block. Just gonna lightly mist it on. The guide coat dried. Now I got me a block, smaller block, and some 80 grit. I'm just gonna wrap some 80 grit around this block and start blocking it. And then what this guide coat gonna do, when you start sanding, wherever it's not flat, it's still gonna leave the guide coat. The guide coat gonna still be showing. See right there, it's still pretty low, but a couple more strokes, I can get that out, and that'll be flat. You just want to go in the X pattern. See this area here, it's pretty low because it's a darker tone. Let me show you how it's coming. I pretty much got everything flat, blocked out. I got a couple of areas that I might gotta fill. Right here it's too low because you can see I'm getting to the fiberglass, so I'm gonna have to bring it up. This right here come out with the primer. I might gotta fill this area here. Also this spot here I gotta fill. Which I ain't gotta get it too smooth because I'm gonna put a texture on it. But I want to get it as smooth as I can. Just finished knocking down all my spots that I had went back over. Now I gotta drill out all my mountain holes now. Let me turn it over show you. Trying to remember where they at. There's one here, two here, one there, plus the ones up under here and the sides. I'm set up ready to shoot my first round of primer. It's gonna be a high build primer. I think I got it set up where I can spray all the way around without no problems. Primer done dried. Now it's showing me all my pinholes and imperfections. You can see them here. The reason why I went with this cream color primer because I'm going to be shooting a white color on it, so it'll somewhat be the same as the base coat. With a SEM dye is white. Before I start blocking this here, I'm going to fill those pinholes with some glazing putty. Like here, here, all up in there.
Things to be out history, so full of tragedy and misery. To all my homies never made it home. The dead.
Brought the dash pad outside. Now I spray some more guide coat on it. Then we'll start blocking it with 180. Finished up on the final block. Now I could go straight to my texture, my bed liner, but I'm gonna go an extra step and I'm gonna put a seal on it, which you could get away without putting a sealer. And it's gonna be a grayish white sealer. I'm gonna be spraying that out my spray gun. Next step is putting the texture on it. We're going to be using this truck bed liner. It's clear. I usually use black, but I'm using clear now. Finished up with the bed liner. Now it's time for the color coat. I'll be using this SEM. It's white 15313. Here's the piece I painted candy. I just got to put this front piece on, then install the vent back on the dash, then I'll give you a look at it.